Hello everyone, Velveteenduck here. Today we're taking a look at the Herald of the Anderworld, the boss of the 7th parallel world of Drakensang Online. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. So let's dive right in. These are all the possible icons that can appear below Herald's HP bar. First three icons are present on all stages. The Herald of the Anderworld is a bi-elemental boss, fire and ender magic. He also has complete immunity to burning effects from fire skills. The lightning is the most beneficial element to use against him. The fourth icon represents stun immunity and will appear if you use a skill with stun effects on him and disappear after some time. The fifth icon represents armor break immunity and appears on the first and the third phase of the fight. The sixth and the last icon represents increased armor and appears in the second and third phase of the fight. Now let's take a look at Herald's skills and some strategies to tackle them. His basic attack is to swing his mace in a small AoE attack, which applies a burning effect on the player it hits. As you can see, you can dodge this attack by moving a little bit left or right, if you need to stay in melee range. Be careful, however. Herald has another skill with the exact same swing animation, but the attack range is much wider and it applies a stun effect. Unless you have a decent amount of run speed and a decent connection, dodging the stun version of the attack is more difficult, so you may want to consider having a skill ready to remove stun effects. At times, Herald will leap into the air and slam his mace on the ground. Red circles will appear on the ground, one for each player or minion on the field, and a meteor will fall on the area a moment later. You'll probably want to dodge these. They don't fall that fast, but they do hurt and they also stun you. On higher levels, a burning mark will appear on the ground afterwards, and you probably don't want to stand on it, unless you like the taste of barbecue. Herald will occasionally gather his left hand into a fist and push out a large burning ball. This ball will orbit the field in a circle, and for the vast majority of players, being hit by one is a death sentence. These balls are able to orbit counterclockwise and clockwise. I can't tell if there's a pattern to it, it seems random which way it'll go, but luckily, whichever direction it was set to go is the direction it will continue in until it disappears. Herald also has explosions, but oh no, not just one explosion, he has two. He has a little one that explodes 5 times in short succession, and he is still mobile during this period and can chase you down. It's pretty easy to dodge this smaller explosion, and if you don't have enough fire resistances, just stay out of range until the explosions are done before you re-engage. He also has a big explosion, where a diffuse red circle will appear, marking the zone of the explosion. Herald is immobilized while casting this skill. Herald sometimes summons sprites called primitive fire callers during this large explosion. If he does call them, it's always 4 of them forming a ring around him. In lower levels, these primitive fire callers can only use melee attacks, so just stay out of range and you'll be fine. Spellweavers can mind control these primitive fire callers for free meat shields. Once you've defeated the Herald, a doorway to a secret lair will open. Given that the Herald is a bi-elemental boss, he can open pathways to either the Ender Magic or the Fire Secret Lair. I hope this video has helped you guys out with your next run of the Herald. If you have advice for other players that wasn't mentioned in this video, leave it in the comments below.